5, 4, 3, 2.
What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Sky Tashay, and you're listening to Sky Diaries podcast. And welcome back, y'all. As you can see, the background is very different. I'm in college now. I have been here for about 2 weeks. Just got done with my first full week of college. So if you haven't seen that vlog, go check it out. Thanks for tuning in. This is episode 19. And today we are going to be talking about character speaks louder than charm. I think that a lot of the times I would always fixate or have this ideal of a person. I've been in many situations where I've seen a person I was close with. I ignored how they treated other people. I did that because of, since they treating me good, it's like, it doesn't matter how they're treating someone else, because it's not me, right? Now being older and now seeing how that can really affect you in the long run, it's like you have to take those instances and those situations into account when you are dealing with someone in a romantic way, dealing with someone in a friendship, platonic type of way. You have to take into account how they treat other people and how they treat you, but how they treat other people should be as important to how they treat you, because at the end of the day, that's still their character. The person doesn't change. And I think that was one thing I really had to sit down and tell myself. It's like, the person doesn't change. So if they're treating you good, but they're treating someone else like crap, like friends wise, like let's just say, let's put this in a real life type of time. Let's say 3 people are friends, right? That friend is coming to you and being a good friend. It's like y'all all in a friend group. She's treating you good, take you out, does all the things that a good friend is supposed to do. But then to the other friend, you see her talk down on her, disrespect her, whatever, like whatever the case may be, but like not being her friend. That should still be a red flag for you to be like, this is not a real friend. Even though she's not doing it to you, it's like that she or that person, however this relates to you, could do that to you eventually. Just because they're not doing it to you right now doesn't mean they are not capable of doing it in the future. I feel like if they are showing you, if their actions are showing you, even if the actions isn't towards you, but if they're showing you that this is their character, then they're really showing you that they're going to do it to you eventually. Or if you set off something within them, if you trigger them, if you set something off, it's like that could be you next. And I definitely feel like I've done that a lot with friendships and a lot with relationships. It's like, I'll be like, oh yeah, he treats me good. And it's like, oh, and he treated her bad in the past. It's like the character doesn't change. The person doesn't change. It doesn't matter who you are. If that person does some things to people that isn't nice, that's truly disrespectful, you can't expect that to just be gone just because it's you. Just trust me when I say this, because I wish I would have learned this a long time. You are not different from everybody else with people that act like that. At the end of the day, it's character. Like me, I'm going to be myself in every situation, every room that I bring myself into. I handle it the same. I'm myself in every single setting. Whoever presence I am in, I'm always myself, always show up for myself. And it's like, that's just something that can't be changed. Like, that's just something about me that is just me. Like, I'm not going to change who I am. I'm not going to change how much I care about someone or something or anything. Like, I'm not going to change my generosity in any room. Like, I'm going to carry myself like that in every friendship, in every relationship, every bond, whatever the case may be. Like, my morals is my morals, and I stand on what I stand on, and I treat people with respect always, doesn't matter who you are. And yeah, so when people aren't like that, when the character isn't consistent with everybody, because it should be, because people shouldn't be changing how they treat different people. Like, it shouldn't be like that. Those people aren't genuine, because they wouldn't do that. And I promise you, if you see that and if you're in a situation like that, you're going to be next if you don't just cut that off or if you don't say anything about it. I mean, if this is a close friend of you, I would suggest like saying something about it, because maybe some people really just do it unintentionally without even knowing it or without even like realizing it. So if you really do care about the person and you really think it is potential in that person to where that person could be like, oh wow, I didn't know, like, I regret it, want to change, then yeah, I suggest that. But if you really think this person has done this consistently to other people, maybe even to you sometimes, it's like, I would definitely say it's time to let that go, because that person is not going to change. That character is not going to change. Yeah. Character over treatment, like I just said, it's not just about how someone treats you, but how they treat everyone else when no one is watching, especially when, like your friend group is not around, or, you're just by yourself. Like, how do you treat another individual? How do you carry yourself? Is it still respect? Are you still kind? Are you still being genuine? Are you still being sincere? Or are you being rude? Or are you being judgy? Or, you know, just having a whole bunch of negative energy surrounding your presence. Testing people. Pay attention to how someone treats challenges or manipulates others. It reveals hidden intentions. Especially, I would say, even if you could see it, or if a friend, I know a couple situations where it just be like jealousy plays a big role in things like this. And when you read between the lines, like when you read it in between, like the jokes, like the funny jokes, it's like that just reveals some deep rooted insecurity within them. And if you are listening and if you are being aware enough, you will be able to dissect that and really notice that early on. It just reveals people's hidden intentions, especially with like fake jokes. Like, if it, it's not really a real joke. Respect is universal. True character shows them how they treat those who can't do anything for them, especially the people. It's like when people are genuinely kind, when people are just kind, just be kind and not looking for nothing back. Those are people who are genuine. Those are people that are going to be there for you. Those are people that will do something for you and not want or expect anything back. And I think that those should be the people that you look for in your life, the people that you should want to surround yourself in life, because those are the people that are gonna not just like pour into your life, but you're gonna also want to pour into them, and it's just equally flowing, and it's not feeling like you're being drained. Y'all both giving life to each other. So I would definitely suggest that. I have a lot of people in my life like that, and ever since I met them, it's like it's just love. It's just genuine, and it just grows, and we just pour and pour into each other. So you got to look out for that character trait. You kind of just sense it. You just feel it. Charm versus character. Someone can be kind to you but cruel to others. That's a red flag. Like I previously said, it will be some people who will just smile in your face and can be the nicest, kindest person in the whole world. And then when you turn around, you're not looking, they're being the most cruel person to someone else, hurting someone else's feelings. That is still their character. That is still a huge red flag as a friendship or even as a relationship, too. Patterns matter. Consistency in behavior across relationships speaks louder than isolated good moments. You got to take into accountability how someone else treats someone else, and less about how they treat you. Like that still plays a factor, but don't get fooled by the nice, pretty charm. Like that's the one step process of like getting to know someone and like letting someone close to you. But like the second process is, okay, let's see how they treat adults. Let's see how they treat kids, patients, all these things teach you things about that person's character, how they treat people that may be disrespectful to them. How do they treat them? How do they handle that? Do they handle it maturely, or do they, outrage? Do they have anger issues? All that plays into someone's character. The waiter test, how they treat servers, strangers, or people beneath them. reveals more how they treat close friends. If someone can treat someone homeless, with kind and respect, you know that they're going to treat you with kind and respect. At the end of the day, you don't know, like, with people like that who feel like people are beneath them, if they feel like a waiter was beneath them, and it's like 9 times out of 10 their parents had to do a 9 to 5, it's like, what if one day they just think that you're beneath them and they start treating you just like a homeless person? It's like, no. So definitely take that into account. Long-term value. Good character lasts longer than sweet words or temporary kindness. A good character is gonna always, always better than any words that people can say. It will be way better. Like, you have to take people's character over what they say, because at the end of the day, if you watch my previous episodes, I always say people will say anything. People will talk a good talk. That people will say anything that just sounds good. You have to take into account of the character that they show you and the character that is revealed to you through their actions and how they treat everyone else around them. You have to take that into account, because like I said, you will be next if you don't like realize that, or if you don't speak up about it, if you want to speak up about it. But I always say, like, whatever you're not changing, you're choosing. And if you're choosing to be around someone that is draining your energy, or not pouring into you, or not giving light into your life, it's just draining. And it doesn't matter whatever words they're saying. If they're a bad friend, or if they're a bad boyfriend, bad girlfriend, and they're showing you this, and they're showing you how bad of a character they are, not even to you, but to other people, you have to go. Accountability. A person with real character holds themselves accountable even when they're wrong. That is a huge flag, like a huge green flag and red flag you need to like look out for, because at the end of the day, maturity speaks so much louder, and accountability. People who can sit there and admit that they're wrong and say, like, you know what, I do feel like I was wrong. I do feel like I could have said this better. I could have did this better. I shouldn't have done that. It takes a lot of, growth and a lot of maturity to do that. So I feel like if people who can't, you can never expect like an apology or anything from them. And to me, those type of people are just a waste of time to be around. Boundaries check. Notice if someone tests others' boundaries for control or respect as a window into their true self. When people like to take control, or, you see little red flags of people using things that are insecure to others, it's like, that's not genuine. You don't want that around you. And if they can do that to them, they can do that to you, and they can use what you say against you, and you don't want that. And if you're watching this, I believe that you're a person that you really genuinely care for others, and you don't want to do that to anyone else. So I wouldn't even surround myself with people like that. Last but not least, trust in the signs. Don't ignore when someone shows poor character towards others. Eventually, that same behavior could come your way. Like I've said so many times in this episode, you have to take account to what other people do to other people. If someone is treating someone horribly and they're treating you good, that doesn't make them a good person. That just means that they're good at hiding their true character to you, or you just haven't reached that crossing, or haven't reached into that category where that person will go off on you. Please take the character over the words. Take the character over how they treat you. Really, really, really focus on how they treat other people, and really, honestly, how they treat themselves, because how they treat themselves reflects on how they treat other people as well. I hope y'all learned something from this episode, and I'll see y'all very, very soon. I love y'all. Bye.